Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
Oh, all the young ladies. Hey, look at that. Do you want this little old lady to come down?
Yes.
I fell down and my leg hurts.
Oh no.
Whose knee do I sit on? When I was about your age, I always had boys chase me, and I was always running. They used to drive me crazy. And then I got older, I was 21, 22, and men still were chasing me.
What's your secret to having all the boys chase you?
Yeah.
When you're young, I'm sure boys chasing you.
Maybe.
No, what do you know?
There could be more.
So what do you want to know about my young life?
So what's your favorite kind of music?
Well, I used to like Guy Lombardo's music.
Imagine all the fun you'll have in your old rocking chair.
It sounds so wonderful. And Sinatra's music, Frank Sinatra, you should remember him.
Of course.
I like his music. I don't like the music today. They don't sing, they scream. Do you call that singing? The louder they scream, the better it is, right? I want to know one thing. I'm looking at your faces. What is the idea of having this little...
The nose ring?
Yeah. What is the purpose of that?
It's because it's fashionable.
But it doesn't add anything to your face.
It's like, why do you wear a watch or earrings or a necklace?
This is to dress up.
So that's what this is.
to dress
That's
up.
what this
And
is
that,
for.
but it doesn't add anything to your pretty faces.
I think they think it looks better.
Yeah.
I think they like it. And by
Oh,
the way, your
you, what do
earrings are
you
gonna
know?
give away the face.
You're only a man. Does it add anything to their beautiful faces?
Like when I see it, I think it does add beauty.
Okay,
Some
I
people see
accept.
it and don't think that.
I accept.
Thank
All right.
you.
It's like me wearing the junky jewelry.
Yeah, I like your jewelry.
Yeah.
I like how your outfits always match and they're always really stylish.
You know, everybody tells me that.
Yeah.
How come you're always dressed up? I said, the reason I dress up because I live at the Jefferson. One of the women here is always wearing a hat. So I asked her many times, why do you wear a hat? She said, oh, I don't know. First of all, I thought she was bald. That's why she wore it, you know. But then I found out she's got a lot of hair, and it's blonde, beautiful hair. But she's always with this hat. So I said, why do you wear this hat all the time? I don't know. I said, okay, I'll tell you what, why don't we have hat day every Saturday? We'll go to the bar, we all wear a hat, and we have a drink, one drink. Now we have hat day every Saturday. I'm always starting something, you know, even at my age.
Cute.
That's one thing, girls, you've got to have friends. And I was always organizing. We always got people together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're all dead. I'm still hanging around. I'm taking this hat box. And being short now, and as you grow older, you lose height. So I got a stool, I put my foot on it. I said, it's dangerous, my leg hurts, I might fall. So I got my cane, and I'm trying to push this box. Now just picture this, a big box with these hats, and here's my cane, I'm pushing gradually. Well, finally I got the box down, and it's on my head. Now what do I do? If I move, this box is going to go tumbling. What do I do with a hat box on my head? Well, Vera, you can't stand there with this box on your head. So gradually I was able, with my cane, pushed it down, and I got the box. Ah, I did it. You don't know about Lucille Ball.
I know
Yeah,
Lucille
I
Ball.
do, yeah.
You do? Well, she would make a big story about the hat on her head. Did you ever see her when she washed some clothes? But she put so much detergent in it that it kept going out, out of shit all over the floor.
Yeah, that's a
She
funny
was funny. Oh, I'll tell you about the time they thought I was kidnapped.
Oh.
My aunt was a good-looking woman, and everyone appreciated her looks. But she had nice color in her face, and they often asked her, well, how come you have that beautiful color? And she said, I don't know, it's just natural. So she had a great wardrobe, and there's a drawer at the bottom. So I went to open it, and when I opened that drawer, oh, did she get angry. Close that door! And she ran after me. So of course I ran away. I was only about 2.5 or 3 years old. So I started to run, and she was chasing me. Well, I could run faster than she. So I hid under the bed. I was under the bed, fell asleep. And all of a sudden, I heard a lot of crying. And when I heard my mother crying, I started to cry. So, of course, they found me. They thought I was kidnapped.
Did you ever smoke or drink in your
No,
life?
I never smoked. I did have a cocktail. When I was married to my first husband, we used to drink martinis. And of course, the men, one man would buy a drink, and then another man would buy, and I ended up maybe about 13 or 14 martinis in front of me. Well, what was I going to do with all those martinis? They kept saying, Vera, why don't you drink? Oh, yeah, I will. So, you know, there was a plant on the floor. So one martini after another. That poor plant must have been intoxicated.
When you were younger, was there no TVs at all?
No, but I remember the radio.
Yeah.
That was before the TV. They used to put strings along the tree, tie it on the tree, and then go into the house. And we heard music. Imagine the dear old radio. There's the man with the hat. Come over here and say hello to my girlfriends here. You see, you can always start something new.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to start. Whoever thought I was going to start a hat club here? Right?
Yeah.
Now you could join us.
Yeah, you could.
See? Because you got a hat on. Now there's something. You have a day that you do something special. Any of you girls play bridge?
No, but my grandparents love bridge.
That's good for your brain. You know when I learned? I was 75 years old. And not only I, but there were 6 other women. If we made a mistake, she would, oh, what's the matter with you? Can't you, are you that stupid? So some of the women felt terrible. They left. One of them was crying. She said, isn't that awful the way she's yelling at me? I didn't care. I stayed. And I learned. That's how I learned my bridge. Don't ever have anybody tell you that you can do something. Unfortunately, I had a sister who was older than I call her my sister the lawyer. And she always told me what to do. If I had an idea, she said, now, you keep quiet, I'll do it. It was always that until one day I said to her, Rose, I love you, but this is goodbye. You go your way, I go mine. So for the next 13 years, I didn't speak to her at all.
Wow.
And then one day I said, she's my sister and I'm going to call her up. I called her up. She said, oh, she was very happy to hear from me. She said, I want you to come and visit, have dinner with me. So I went to visit. She was very cordial, very nice. But the next breath, she started telling me what to do. Why'd you move there? Why'd you move to Pompano? Why didn't you move someplace else? So after dinner, I said, oh, it was lovely. I'm glad to see you. Goodbye. And that was the last time I saw her.
Really? And you never saw her after that?
She was very smart. I can't take that away from her. She had wonderful ideas, but she did made me think for myself.
Yeah.
And don't ever let anybody do that to you. Listen. And it's very important that you listen. Now, I had gift shop. This years later. Yeah, it was when my first husband died. I had opened up a gift shop, and when he died, she came in. This is how she was. She said, "Now your husband died. You can run this gift shop by yourself. So my advice is sell it." To myself, I said, "That's what you said," and I didn't. Not only did I have that, I opened up 2 other gift shops. I had 3.
Wow.
Yeah, good for you.
That's the advice. Do what you think is good for you. And there's always something new you can learn. Now, remember, I didn't know anything about a gift shop. Just one day, my husband came home, and I said, "There's a shop for sale. Why don't we look at it?" It was October, and he said, "Honey, what do you know about a gift shop?" I said, "Well, I can learn." We looked at it. "Oh, this is just what I want," you know. And he was the kind of man, if I asked for the moon, he would have tried to get it for me. So we bought it on the spot, October. December, Christmas, we had a lot of people in the shop. He has a heart attack and died.
Oh. Wow.
So it was a good thing I had the gift shop, gave me something to do. In my days, we didn't live with a man. See, we get married, you go on your honeymoon because you want to get acquainted with him. You know, when a girl in my days, if she went out with a man and had intercourse with him, they used to call it in Italian, puttana. She was no good. She was absolutely no good. People looked down on her. You know what that word is, puttana?
No.
Well, you're laughing.
Did they say the same thing for men who did that?
Well, a man, of course, he was a man. I don't know why men always get away with everything, right? You men always get away with everything. But the girl, she had to be a virgin. You're not putting all that down about a virgin, are you? Did you hear that? You had to be a virgin.
Right, man? Yeah.
Have you ever played any musical instruments?
We had a pianola, and we used to pump it.
What is that?
Oh, you never heard of pianola?
No.
Well, we had rolls that you put on, musical rolls, and you just pump. It was a bit like a piano. You know, when somebody dies, they have a wake.
Right.
Well, I decided that I was going to have an early one because I wanted to see all my friends at my wake. There were about 200 people at my wake, and my friend, Pat, came with his violin, and I had an accordion player. Anybody play the accordion? That's another thing it's nice to take with you. One woman came all dressed in black, and when anybody came in, she was the official mourner. She'd cry.
That's crazy.
See, now isn't it wonderful? I had an early wake.
Yeah. I love that.
So there you are. Why wait until you're dead? Oh, you got a drink? I haven't got that. A lot of young people do not ask their parents any questions because they think their parents are too old. Do you feel that way?
I used to, but not anymore, because I got to know them better.
You say, well, what do you know? You're so old, you know. What the heck do you know about young people? They were young once. Remember that? I was young once, sneaking. I used to meet boys at the corner so my mother would know. I didn't have a father, but I had a mother. She was very strict. Well, how do you meet a boy? We had a place we used to call the ballroom dancing. We used to go there, but my mother didn't know. So we used to go down, it was called Rhodes. And every so often they have a big ball, all these flowers that come down. It was heaven, you know, we thought it was heaven. And that's how I met her father. I'm being questioned by Albert Einstein Hospital in New York. They've been researching me to find out why I'm living so long.
That's
So
Looks so
the
good.
reason that I'm leaving behind for you young people, I don't know why I'm living so long. They took my blood, and Arlington has been researching me also. So I'm a guinea pig. What more do you want? I feel if I can help somebody along the line, why not? I don't know why I'm living so long. Listen, it was so nice to meet you all. Thank you for coming here. I don't know if I gave you any advice. I think you people do well on your own. You don't need anything from me.
Vera has an incredible spirit, and you put her in any group situation, and she's ready to go, and she goes very comfortable with all the people around her, and she tells stories and has a lively spirit.
You inspired me. Your graciousness, your humor, your dancing. You are incredible.
She's a good person, and her mind is good. She's 170-year-old. God bless her.
Vera is a good sport. She's a great dancer, and she's just fun to be around.
Well, Vera is a wonderful person, and that is quite a thing. What would we do without our Vera in winter, fall, or spring?
She's an inspiration to all of us. Take a look at her.
Vera is the most fantastic woman I've ever met. Well, she's the only 107-year-old woman I've ever met because
And she's always running around doing 1,000,001 things. God bless her.
Well, Vera, my bridge partner, she's trying to make me a better bridge player, but so far, no success. But she's so patient and kind.
She's the most amazing person that I have ever met. And that gives us hope that we can live a long life and still be happy, and we can still make to have lots of friends.
she is marvelous. She's so friendly. She's got a quip for every occasion, you know.
Everybody loves her, and I want her to be here many more years.
But I think I'm living so long because I have all these wonderful people telling me how great I am.